We all know that Bedwars has different milestones and achievements that provide many players something to play for. Having a set of goals that you strive towards makes your journey much more enjoyable and engaging, and Bedwars is no different. Goals such as going for a high win streak, having a high final kill to final death ratio, having a high number of game wins, going for the most final kills, or even playing for the highest elo in the community-ran competitive version of the game. The list goes on. Perhaps one of the more notable of these milestones that some players grind for are their Bedwars level or stars that are displayed next to their names when talking in chat. Well, we know who's on track to being the first player to hit 3,000 stars. We know who reached 2,000 first, and 1,000. But do you know who the first player was to ever prestige in Bedwars? Who was the first player to reach 100 stars? Let's find out. The story begins on June 29, 2017, the day when Bedwars version 1.0 was released. After being a success within the community, the game mode was taken out of the prototype lobby and given its own separate place. With the full release of the game came player stat tracking that in turn helped create official leaderboards which, like today, were displayed in the game lobby. And so the grind had begun. Players would spend hours playing Bedwars and trying to secure a spot on the leaderboards. Given this was almost 5 years ago, finding archived evidence of who the initial players were is quite difficult. This is the oldest leaderboard screenshot I could find, which was taken one day after the full release, and I think this is as close as it gets. Since the game was fresh and new, the leaderboards would constantly shuffle, different players would overtake each other, and I remember seeing new names every time I log on. As time went on and the leaderboard shuffle began to slow down, discussions began within the community on what would happen if a player reached 10 stars. Well, that turned out to be nothing. 50 stars? Nothing. What about 100 stars? Surely there has to be some sort of prize for hitting triple digits. And so, the grind continued. Hours and hours of having fun, making new friends, getting more kills, winning more games, and getting close to 100, 1 star at a time. Who was going to reach 100 first? This screenshot was taken about a month after the full release, and you can see a player by the name of Wrecked with level 99 at the top and the Kleb with 92 right below him. With the difference being 7 levels, it is safe to conclude that Wrecked was the first player to ever prestige in Hypixel Bedwars.